crowd, looking for something to rub. Something to rub. No need for pushing and shove. I can back break when if you see all you can wind. Cause you can't do that. Girl, you just wasting with time. Bad man in the crowd, looking for something to rub. No need for pushing and shove. I can back break when if you see all you can wind. Cause you can't do that. Girl, you just wasting with time.
All right, welcome everybody to another edition of Now We Talking 2020. As usual, let me introduce my co-host. You know, representing the west side of Chicago, I got my boy D Gage in the building.
Yo, what up, what up, what up?
Also, you know, representing Chicago, I got my boy, the always sometime Rod Brown in the building.
Good, what up, what's good?
Representing Miami, Florida, the self-proclaimed Stats is in the building.
All the time, number stats.
Representing the D, Billy Ocean is in the building.
Billy Ocean all day, baby.
Last but not least, the self-proclaimed champ, Marlon Young is in the building.
From Michigan to Nevada, the people's champ is here, baby. I'm here. Let's go.
All right, we're going to get right into it. Today's debate, the top 5 point guards of all time. Out of now, of all time. So, to kick it off, I'm gonna let Stats give us his top 5, since usually it's halfway ridiculous anyway. We're going to go ahead and let him kick his top 5 off.
That's being nice. It's always ridiculous. So go ahead, Stats.
Hey, did we ask anything from Tim? We ain't asked you nothing, Tim. Yes, I'm gonna rock here this here. Look, check it out. This is the top 5 point guards of all time. At number 5, I'm going with Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
Yes,
a
Allen
point
Iverson.
guard?
No.
Allen Iverson is a point guard. Y'all look back and see he's a point guard. All right. Now check this out. In order to be a point guard, you gotta know how to lead your team. The point guard of basketball is like the quarterback in football.
We didn't ask you for no definition. We just asked you to give us your top 5.
Like I said, so he was the only person. He led the worst team to ever go to an NBA Finals with the Philadelphia 76ers. How do you take that team to the NBA Finals? That's number 5. All right, number 4. Number 4, we're going with John Stockton. Okay, the reason why I say John Stockton number 4 is because the man ain't got no rings. Had he had a ring, he'll definitely outclass my number 3. You know what I'm saying? He led the league. Actually, he leads the career stats in assists and steals. All right, 19 years in the league, longevity. Number 3, I give it to Isaiah Thomas. And the only reason why I'm putting Isaiah Thomas over Stockton is because he had 2 rings. And Stockton had 1 ring, he'll be number 3. All right. Number 2 point guard of all time. Stats. We all about stats, right? The man averaged 25 points per game. He averaged over 10 assists per game. And he averaged 7.3. God dang it.
You pausing.
Yeah,
What
he
do you
averaged
mean?
7.3 assists per
Difficulty.
game. Number 1 was Magic. All right, I'll get back at y'all.
What's number 2?
It was Oscar Robertson. I know them. I know those statistics. So, all right. So moving on, he froze out. Go ahead, Billy Ocean. Give us your top 5 point guards of all time.
All right. Since I guess we starting from number 5
Right.
to number 1.
Right.
All right. At number 5, I got Jason Kidd. You know, the man was a leader everywhere he went. You know, even went back to Dallas and got him one. Number 4, the greatest defensive point guard of all time, Gary Payton.
Don't do it.
Whatever. All right. Number 3. I know I'm gonna get some biasness for this, but I gotta go Magic Johnson.
Oh, you tripping.
Magic Johnson,
Number 3.
you know,
Number 3.
listen, hear me out. Big guard. But the thing I have with Magic,
Number 3, B.
Huh?
Yeah,
Number
that's
three.
what he said.
Three?
Number three. Number
Man,
Number
you
two.
better not do this, Sean.
Number two, I got Zeke.
Oh, okay,
Number two, I
okay.
got Zeke. And number one, a big old triple double, baby. I mean, he did it all, but yeah,
Come on,
that's
Oscar
my
Robertson.
list.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Oh,
Oscar
Oscar
Robertson.
Robinson.
Big O.
Yeah, the big
Oscar
O.
Robinson.
All right, so we 0 for 2 right now, y'all. Somebody got to give us a list that's legitimate. So I'm gonna go ahead and move up to you, D Gage. Go ahead and give us a list that's worth being on this podcast.
See, first of all, this is what I'm gonna say. Before I even begin saying this list, anybody that got Irvin Johnson, Magic Johnson, at number 3, is insane. I'm talking about got to be a football player. Have to. Can't be a basketball player. I'm gonna start off with number 5. Changed the game at his time. Pistol Pete. Everybody know him. 24, 5, and 4 the stats. He was ahead of his time. He played for a lot of different teams. That probably was one of his only flaws, but led scoring champ, 76, 77. He was a scoring champ. 5-time All-Star. You got to throw him in there. He was ahead of his time. Number 4, I'm going to say Isaiah Thomas is my number 4.
Hang up on him.
But
Hey,
he's my
Sean,
number
we told
4.
Jazz.
He's
Sean
a
told
2-time
Jazz after
champion,
he's
don't get
done.
me wrong. Good, bad boys. Had a lot of moves, but I'm sorry. He my number 4. My number 3. Steph Curry is my number 3. He's my number 3 because he changed the game. He changed the game. Absolutely. Always going to be in history. 3-time champ. Numbers right now, 26. 3 rebounds. I mean, he's still going. Never know. He definitely will surpass scoring. I mean, he probably one of the top scoring point guards of all time. Number 2, Big O, Oscar Robertson. He's my number 2. Of course, he averaged a triple-double one season, big, kind of bigger guard, but, he's my number 2. And everybody knows, anybody in basketball knows that Magic Johnson is the number 1 point guard of all times. It's nothing better. It's no one better. We talking big guard. We talking change the game on pace. We talking 19, 11, and 7 all time, double-double. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about nobody who don't average a double-double all time. You got to be the greatest to average a double-double. We talking about what point guards do. Lead his team. What is he? A 5-time champ? Huh? Anytime you think about the Lakers, what you say? Showtime, baby. It's showtime. Anytime you make a name, that's the greatest, baby. You got to think. Air, Magic, Showtime Lakers. Come on, man.
Hey, Sean.
Do I have to say more? Do I have to
Can I
say
say
more
something?
about this man? If you got him, come on, man.
What's
This is
up?
the first time. This is the first time that I've been on this show where there's actually some competition. Just so y'all know, the White actually brought some heat. The rest of these bums don't even equate to me right now, bro. Sean, you a close third, bro. You a
That's
close
what I'm
third.
talking about.
The White came through with some heat. I'm just gonna say it, bro.
The white list was respectable minus the Pistol Pete.
Okay. I give you that. I knew that. Look, I knew that was going to be a debate. But I threw him in there. Had to.
Well, my list still in first. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, that list, you can go ahead and listen.
The moment you said Magic and number 3, your list was
I told
done.
you, listen. I said I'm being a little biased. Yeah,
You
we
can't
know
win
that ain't a
without
little
bias.
bias.
You can't win
Yeah, we
without
know
being
that.
biased.
Hey, that one bicycle. Hey, you don't smoke the stuff I smoke. You
All right, let's keep it moving. All right, Marlon, let's hit this
Oh
this
man.
super list you got over here.
Hey, y'all see the people's champ. I'm here. And as usual, the reason why I'm number one on this show, because I always come with the heat. So, anyways, number five, you start off with John Stockton. Let's be real here. His record's going to take a very long time to be broke. I don't need to go through the numbers. I ain't got to do all that. John Stockton, number 5. Number 4, listen, Michigan, all day, every day. I love this man. Brought 2 championships to the greatest city on this planet, Detroit. Isaiah Thomas, boy. Come on now with that. Number 3, you got to give it to Big O. I mean, only the first point guard to average a triple-double. Come on, man. Westbrook, they giving Westbrook all these props. Big O did it first, baby. Let's go. Big O, number 3. Number 2, we talk about point guards. We talk about all time. It's about someone that transcends the game, someone that changes it and will never be the same. And let's be real here. Steph Curry has done that. The game will never be the same after Steph Curry that came in here and did what he has done. Championships, he's changed the whole outlook. You got big men trying to shoot threes like Steph Curry. Let's be real here. He's my number 2 point guard. And my number 1, East Lansing, Michigan State. I got to give it to him. I hate Michigan State, but I'll give it to him. Los Angeles Lakers, number 1, the greatest point guard ever, Magic Irvin Johnson. Come on, man. There's a reason why I wear the belt. There's a reason why I'm the champ on this show. It's because I come with the heat, baby. Let's go.
Hey, hey, you got Steph Curry on your list? Go in the house.
Who said that?
The man that got Magic number 3, who shouldn't even be talking.
You got Steph Curry over Isaiah. You crazy?
Only thing I'm gonna say is, right now, Steph Curry is not number 2. Not right now.
That's number 2 me.
Steph Curry is a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard. First off, but that's another story.
Cute.
All right.
That's cute. Listen,
No,
there's
that's
a reason
true.
why
That's true.
There's a reason
That's
why
true.
the people vote me as number 1, because I come with the facts and the stats, and I just come with the heat. That's why I'm number 1 on the show, baby.
You come with the heat because you're in Vegas.
Right.
But let's keep it moving.
We got to hurry up because when it get dark, that's it for Marlon. So let me hurry up.
All right, let's keep it moving. Sometime, let's hit this top 5.
All right. At number 5, I got Stockton. I would have him higher, but he never won the chip. So number 5, we know all-time leader in assists, all-time leader in steals. Number 4, I got Jason Kidd. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the chip in Dallas at the end, and he led the New Jersey Nets to 2 back-to-back NBA finals. You know, I mean, it just happened to run into better teams, whatever. So I got Jay Kidd. Number 3, I got the Big O. I mean, we know he averaged the triple-double. Like, for his first 5 years, he actually averaged the triple-double. You know what I'm saying? So Big O, you know what I'm saying, number 3. Plus, he got the chip, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, with Kareem. Number 2, I got Zeke, Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? He the really only little man that was a superstar that led his team to a championship, a real little man. You know what I'm saying? He really probably like 5'11". If we're talking about his real height or whatever, he had to go through, you know, Magic, Bird, Mike, or whatever. So I got Zeke at 2. Number 1, of course, Sean Irvin Magic Johnson. Magic is the GOAT. Come on, man. 5 championships, 9 final appearances. This dude went to 9 championships in 10 years. No, 9 to 12 years. Matter of fact, so Magic, he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Number 1 all time.
You know what?
Right.
Because you said those nice things about Zeke, you got the
Yeah.
best list.
Hey man, look. Zeke was nice, but he's declining.
Bro, first off, don't
What?
give Rob any kind of props on this show. Don't
Why
ever
not?
give Rob props.
Why-
He shouldn't
why
even
not?
be on here. First off, we should delete his number from this show. I'm gonna be real here. I don't know why y'all invited him.
Hey, Sylvester, before you go, you shouldn't be allowed on this show. So get Marlon out of here, Sylvester. Let's go.
What was you
You can't,
before
because
I,
I'm the
before I,
champ, baby.
before I give y'all the best list of all? What was you about to say, D Gage?
Oh, my God.
I wasn't finna say nothing. I'm good.
Okay. Well,
Hey, Rob,
Yeah.
come on, man. Zeke and
you
number
were saying something about Isaiah Thomas.
Zeke and number 2, he declining. Like it's point guards just playing better than him, son. Like
Man, okay, before you go, Sylvester, I know we gotta go. But a lot of these point guards today, the white ain't point guards, they shooting guard masquerading as point guard. Stop this.
the game changed. The game is changing, man. You gotta go with the time. Steph Curry.
Okay. Besides Steph Curry, if you want to have him in there, fine. So who is all these other point guards that's declined? Isaiah, they ain't won no championship.
That's the only why Chris Paul is not on. It's not. Chris Paul is on. He will be in my top 10 of point guards. But if he wins a championship,
I agree.
If he wins a championship, he would be better than Zeke. And that's no lie.
Nah, I don't know about that. But nah.
Dwight,
What?
hold on, Dwight. You drinking, or what you got over there? What you drinking out over there?
Hey, look, I know you from Michigan.
You
love
ain't that
Detroit.
too hard, bro. You
Look.
ain't that too hard. Chris Paul over Zeke? Come on, Dwight. You smarter than that.
he said
you
he said
better
if he
than
win a
that,
ring.
huh?
I
said
said,
he win a ring.
not right now.
He win a ring.
Nah, hey, sometime I know you got to get to your list. I'm gonna say that it's gonna take more than one ring. Dwight for Chris Paul to be better than Zeke. Stop. Zeke got cheated out of a 3-peat when they gave Kareem
Okay,
that
if he gets
garbage
2,
job.
if he gets
Stop.
2, Rob, if he
Hey,
gets
Rob
2,
got the best.
what would you say?
That's
I don't
the
agree.
greatest guy to ever grace this doggone podcast.
Thank you, Sean.
Rob
Thank
should
you,
be on
Sean.
ESPN because Rob knows what he's talking
Go
about.
ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead, Sylvester.
Let me get to my list. Let's keep it moving.
slide
Let's
go.
keep it
I'm
moving.
gonna send you a Father's Day card,
Man.
Sean. Send you a Father's Day
Appreciate you,
card.
brother.
Man, this man is crazy, man. Let's
Supposed
slide
to be
go.
supposed to be coming to me.
That's talking
But
crazy.
He said it's supposed to be
Yeah,
coming to
alright.
me. Y'all ain't hear that jab, did you?
Yeah, I heard you slide
Y'all
that
ain't hear
in.
that jab.
Yeah, I heard it. I'm gonna go
Alright,
ahead and wait. Go
so-
ahead, slide. Go ahead, slide.
allow me to reintroduce myself.
Yeah, right.
At number 5, the real number 5, Isaiah Thomas.
Oh wow.
I mean,
All right, I'm about to go.
I ain't gonna sit here and go over, all his numbers because a lot of y'all did, 12-time All-Star. He actually won an assist title, in an era where Magic Johnson was winning them all. 5-time All-Star. He was a 2-time All-Star MVP. So, goes without saying. Number 5. Now, I will tell y'all this. If we was doing great players, he would be higher than some of the people that's on my list. But since I'm just talking about strictly point guards, that's the reason why my number 4 and my number 3 are higher than him. At number 4, Dwight brought up a lot of good points. He might have had him a little too high, or was that might have been Marlon that had him in number 2. But I'm going with the chef, Steph Curry.
Curry got to be on your list, bro. He
Gotta be on your list, bro.
Look,
He gotta
y'all
be
can
on
say
your
what
list.
y'all want.
Got to.
He didn't just change the NBA. He changed college. He changed high school. He
changed the game. You heard what I said.
histories. He changed everything about basketball. I mean, it's even more light-skinned kids running around now.
Yeah.
Saying.
Well, I mean, I don't know about all that. Like, you high yellow cats. I don't know about that, bro.
He changed the game, bro.
And he did something. And he a 2-time MVP. So I mean,
Unanimous
Isaiah
one year.
3-time champ.
Unanimous one year.
yeah, unanimous one year. And
Man, I'm
Isaiah
sorry
ain't
about
got
that unanimous stuff.
Isaiah ain't
I
got
ain't never
none.
seen Isaiah win an MVP.
He
Look
hasn't.
at the era. Look who
That's what I'm
Isaiah's
saying. Steph
competition
Curry
is.
wouldn't
Don't
won no
matter. If
MVP.
you
We
great,
played
you
with
great.
Magic,
Steph
Jordan,
won.
and Bird. Stop.
Steph won an MVP with LeBron in the league, Durant in the league,
James Harden.
James Harden.
Westbrook.
Are any of them better than Jordan, Magic, and Bird?
Steph Curry only won the Sylvester because they
LeBron.
decided to give it to LeBron. That's why. Just like
LeBron,
they tried to
man.
give it to
Hold on.
Jordan. That's why Barkley Malone
That was
won.
his
Stop.
second time, though. That was his
And
second
KD,
time,
if you
though.
want to be honest.
That was his
Yeah,
second
like,
time,
stop.
though.
Isaiah got a Finals MVP.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me you don't think KD better than Bird? But I ain't gonna go off the subject.
Of course he is. They know he is.
Weapon-wise,
They know he is. They know he
yeah,
is.
yeah, KD,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
KD better than Bird, yeah.
If you talking
moving
about from
on,
an
B.
athletic standpoint, yes.
Let's
But
not
as
go.
far as carrying
Let's
the
not
team,
go.
no.
Let's not go.
Yeah, let me finish. Let me finish the list. Let me finish the list.
Can I
At
finish?
number 3.
Can I finish?
At number 3, this is strictly, numbers. This is a numbers game with number 3, and that's John Stockton. It's just you just can't leave him. Like if you got a top 5 point guard, just strictly point guards, there's no way he can't be on the list. No way. I mean, he had seasons where he averaged 15 assists a game. That's what point guards do. And he's the only person that we've talked about that has made all defensive teams. Everybody else only play one side of the court. Even Isaiah was on the Bad Boys. He ain't an all defensive player.
But I had
He got defensive players
Jason Kidd
around.
played Jason Kidd played good defense though sometimes.
That's the only
Jason
bad
Kidd
man.
big though.
He ain't got no
Jason
ring.
Kidd
Sly.
big.
He ain't got no ring. He ain't got no ring. He ain't got no ring.
That's why I put,
I mean, you can't-
that's why I put Gary Payton over
You
here.
talking about John Stockton? Gary Payton ain't nowhere close to being higher than John
Yeah,
Stockton.
but you gotta. He's the only
He
point guard
not.
to win defensive player of the year,
John Stockton
and he
was
has a
the only
championship.
person I took off the list.
Gary
because I
Payton?
wanted to put somebody in
Yeah,
another
he
time.
won with the Miami Heat, Marlon.
Come on now, y'all know that boy was on the bottom of that bench. Don't sit up here. Okay, fair.
It don't matter.
He
I mean, he got
But he
one.
was at the back of that bench. Y'all know that, man.
But even in his years in Seattle, he carried that. Him and Kemp carried that team. Before he got there, Kemp wasn't putting up them numbers. Kemp
All right,
didn't
let me
put
hear
up them numbers till he got there.
Hey, Sly,
Hey,
let me
look.
finish. Let me hear the rest of this.
Hey,
Sly. Let me hear the rest
Come
of
on,
it.
man. Gary
All right,
Payton.
stop with the Gary Payton. Number 2,
Stop
the Big O. I mean, NBA champion, MVP, 6-time assist champ, 12-time All-Star Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star Game MVP. He did it all. My only knock about putting people on my list from way back then is I think like even with Pistol Pete, like I'm like, how many black people did you play against?
Not many.
Why does that matter?
That's my issue. That's my issue with
Why
people
does
like
that matter?
You're
Why
right.
does that matter?
Because
Does matter.
why the black you ain't them the best basketball players. I don't care. Pistol Pete wouldn't have been if all the black people was allowed in the NBA. Pistol Pete would have been riding the bench.
Okay. How you feel? This your list.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know
Yeah,
about riding the
I get
bench. He averaged 24 points to get 24. Look,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
played
I
against
guess.
brothers. He played
anybody
against
averaged
brothers.
24
Yeah, he
points a game.
No,
I don't
I'm saying
care.
when the merger happened, but before that, it was like one black person on each team. Before the ABA NBA merger, there was like one
true.
black person on each team.
That's true.
nah,
That's true.
but some people
Hey,
just ball
Hey,
sometimes.
that's why we got to do a
ball.
greatest center list of all time.
Yeah,
I'm
that would
with
be
that.
interesting. That'll be
Yes,
interesting.
it is.
But
Yeah,
y'all know
y'all better get it right.
y'all know.
You
let me-
better
let-
get it right.
Let's
Yeah, Rob.
focus.
Your
Let's
list
focus.
is terrible.
Let's
That's Sean.
focus.
That's terrible.
John, you are
Let's
the loser
focus.
today. John is the loser today.
Y'all be giving me way too much footage that I gotta edit out.
Nah, this is what the fans want right here. The banter, Sylvester. You got to keep this in.
I ain't even said my
fans-
number 1 yet.
The
Say
fans
it
want
once.
Marlon.
Yeah,
all
we
day,
know who it
baby.
is,
That's
but
what the
go
fans
ahead.
Irvin Johnson.
Hall of
want.
Famer,
Irvin Magic Johnson.
12-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, 2-time All-Star MVP, 3-time MVP, 4-time assist champ, 5-time NBA champion, 1979 Rookie of the Year, and 3-time Finals MVP. The man with the killer smile. And you should be ashamed of yourself, Sean. Let me put my finger on this screen. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should just go.
Let me put my
I
finger right
told
there.
you I was being biased.
Hey, he was. He was
listen,
hot.
You lose
He
the
hot.
base when you bias.
Listen,
You lose the
stop
base
hating
when you
on my
bias.
boy.
listen.
Y'all
I'm
stop
gonna tell you
hating on
just
my
like
boy.
this.
He was hot.
Whenever you have something to do with the best little man in basketball not being on the dream team, we got an issue.
Oh, come on,
We got
man. This
issues.
ain't- That's some personal
We
stuff,
got
man.
issues.
That's some personal stuff, man.
Sean, your Michigan pass is getting close to being revoked. Just want to let
No.
you know that.
Hey,
You real
Sean,
close.
listen.
Hey,
Listen.
anybody know?
Sean had it. He had a couple of drinks. Leave him alone, y'all. Y'all stop hating on my guy now.
Nah,
Give
listen.
him a second.
Listen, don't get me
Hey,
wrong. Don't get me wrong. On the real,
Yeah.
yeah, I was being biased
Yeah.
on my list. Now, if I disclose my real list, I still got Big
If I
O
disclose my real list.
ahead of
Hey, Sean.
Magic, just based on the triple double for his
Bro.
first 5
Hey,
years.
Sean.
Anybody that don't got
Hey,
Magic
Sean.
Johnson at number
You
one.
trying to help him. You trying to help him, Marlon. You trying to help him.
I
But
know. And
All right,
he
man, he number one.
Sean,
Damn, leave me alone.
talking.
He number one. Damn.
Sean,
All right,
Sean, I tried to
number
help you,
one,
bro, but you
Oscar
keep
number
talking.
2, and Zeke number 3.
Okay,
Yeah, I have
just talk. Yeah.
Sylvester.
you got a question though for what do people, because I kind of agree with Dwight, like at least on, like, I think Isaiah's greater than Chris Paul, but like just as far as like point guards go, I think Chris Paul a better point guard than Isaiah Thomas.
Me too.
I don't agree.
I don't
I
agree at
know.
all. I don't
Why
agree at all.
not? What do point guards do, Rob?
But see, you got
No,
to think about this too.
Answer that question. Just answer that question for me.
Okay, answer me this question, Dwight. How many
How you gonna answer a question with a question?
Right.
Answer the question.
Okay. We know what point guards do. No saying they set up they run the team, they distribute the ball. Okay, this is what I want to ask you. How many?
Better. Right.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Dwight. You know what I'm saying? As Isaiah said, what other top? I'm saying, what other top 50 players did Isaiah play with? So he didn't make them better.
You say what? I'm not saying.
I said what other top? I said what other?
Isaiah was more.
I said
Look, Isaiah was more. Look, Isaiah did pass, but he was a more attack to the basket.
He was a scorer.
guy.
He was a point guard. He was a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard.
Yes.
That's not true.
No.
When he first came to the Pistons, he was asked to score more because he didn't have as much around him. And then as they started to get better, he started distributing the ball. He started distributing the ball more.
Let me tell you this.
How many assists do Chris Paul average a game since he's so a greater distributor to Isaiah Thomas? I think Isaiah averaged like 9 assists. But what's Chris Paul?
Chris Paul for his career averages 9.5. Isaiah averaged 9.3.
That's what I'm telling you.
9.3, 9.5.
But this is, to me, what separates them as far as point guards go.
Watch this.
He a four-time assist champion, Chris Paul. He a 9-time all-defensive player.
Oh, that's
he a
amazing.
6-time steal champ.
That's cute.
He 8-time all-NBA.
And not
Get
one
him.
ring.
And look,
one ring. And not one ring. And not
I'm
one
not
ring.
saying he's greater.
At the
I'm not
end of the
saying
day,
he's greater.
I'm
not saying he's greater.
Boy, a point guard
I think
leads their
Isaiah's
team in
greater.
tips, man.
I think Isaiah's greater,
Y'all
Marlon.
can't sit up here. Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
thank you.
it's just
But y'all
strictly
giving
point
Chris
guard.
too much props, bro. Y'all trying to give
No,
Chris
just
too many
strictly
props. Like he
point guard.
potentially there. Y'all are. Y'all giving Chris too much props right
This
now.
is the issue.
Come on,
This is
man.
the
He got
issue.
0 rings, bro. He ain't did
This
nothing.
is the issue.
Marlon,
The thing
this
is,
what I'm saying.
stats always look good, but at the end of the day, when it comes time to the clutch, who can take their team over the hump?
Exactly.
That's what puts
Exactly, Sylvester.
I never said he was greater.
Sylvester, what do Chris Paul do in the big moments?
He can knock that shot down, or he gonna get somebody a wide open
play
shot.
with DeAndre Jordan, who they do hacker DeAndre.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Now, here we go. All right.
Hey, let me tell y'all this. Look, I'm gonna make this point about Chris Paul.
Go ahead.
Look, check every team he been on. Check the player stats before he got on the team, and then check them after he got on the team. They don't show that.
D-Gage, let me ask you this. But let me ask you this.
He made people career, bro.
Okay,
Real
but let me
talk.
ask you this though. But most point guards, successful point guards that make their team's careers and help them benefit, outside of John Stockton on my list, all of them got chips. At the end of the day, a point guard's supposed to lead you to the chips, bro.
First of all,
lead him to the chips, bro.
First of all,
lead him to the
John
chips.
Stockton. First of
I
all,
said, he ain't got no chips.
John Stockton did not listen to me. John Stockton did not make people careers better.
He had a tailor-made, Marlon, listen to me. He had a tailor-made offense, and he had one of the best power forwards of all time. Let me tell you something. If I had Karl Malone, I would average over 10 assists a game too. Period.
Dwight, we talking about 15,000.
Hold on, wait.
I ain't gonna
Dwight, you making a point,
real quick.
but at the same time,
I don't agree with
say
that.
that about Magic
Come on now.
too.
That ain't
Magic had an all-star team.
You can't say that about Magic. Let me tell you why.
I ain't gonna disrespect Stockton
Hold
like
on.
that. I
Let me
can't say
tell you
that.
why. Let me tell you why. A fast break is not an offense. A pick and roll is. You cannot say that about Magic. So let's squash that. Period.
Right though. D-Gay.
Magic got assists in the half. Magic got assists in the half court too. Dwight, all his assists went on fast breaks and transition.
But he got most of his assists running that ball. When they was running, they was the best. Period. Everybody knows.
So D-Gay,
he got a lot of his, and he got a lot of his assists dumping it down to Kareem, and Kareem,
right.
You know what I'm saying,
Well,
scoring a lot of points.
Do y'all know? Look, y'all
no
basketball players, right? You know, 35%.
But,
look, you know, only 35% of plays work. You can run the plays 10 times, and only 3 of them gonna work. You understand? You get most of your points from transition baskets in basketball. So let's go with
Dwight. But so Dwight, you saying 15,806 assists has an asterisk behind it because it was the pick and roll scheme?
No,
is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
We talking numbers here.
No, you had the argument that he made players better than Chris Paul. I'm telling you, he did not do that. He had a tailor-made offense. He made that offense all his career. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine this Chris Paul ran the same offense and had this Blake Griffin all his career.
And where did Chris Paul take his teams? Western Conference Finals, and that's about the extent of it. He ain't went nowhere else.
So where
that's the extent of it.
Hold on. So what?
It's not so what.
Do
you can't say so what? No, he does not.
But I think
like me.
I think what Dwight's saying, I think he kind of agree with me. Like, you can be greater than somebody, but not better at a specific job.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But I don't agree. I don't agree with what Dwight's saying. He act like Stockton the bum. Like anybody could ran the pick and roll with Malone. That's not true.
He's not a bum.
That's not true.
The pick and roll offense is not an easy offense to run. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he's not a better. He don't make players better than Chris Paul. Chris Paul, you know what I mean? He is Lob City. With him, it's no name Lob City. You understand what I'm saying?
And then but D-Gay, every time the Lob City went anywhere, Chris Paul never showed up in those games. Listen to me. A point guard is a leader. You got to step up. You got to lead your team. That's to me is a point guard. Is a leader. Can you help us push us? And Chris Paul always
I know that led the team to it. Look, it's only one point I know that can ever and will ever lead a point guard. Championship. Win a championship. One true point guard, and that's number one. Everybody know it. Irvin Johnson. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Because he was 6'9". Point guards do not win championships. And that's
I don't know about that.
Look who Magic played with though, Dwight. Bro, he won his championship.
Kareem was gone.
You gotta take that into consideration.
Magic, look, Kareem was gone though. Magic, what Magic do? He posted up in what? Went
you
crazy.
Talking about for that one? You talking about for that one game? Yeah,
that one game.
Yeah, for that one game.
Yeah,
one game. Point guards do what they have to do, bro.
Magic never won without Kareem. Remember that. And Kareem is probably a top 5 player all time. Magic never won nothing without Kareem.
Then you got to remember, when Kareem was out, he still had Jamal Wilkes and Bob McAdoo.
Hey, centers can't dribble the ball down the court, bro.
Okay, but look.
Okay.
All you worry about doing is posting up. That's it.
Hey, the big
that kills you.
the big
That kills
01
your
hit,
argument.
the big
Why you saying
the
that?
big 01 his the big 01 his championship with Kareem.
Yeah.
And Magic
'Cause
won
you-
all his with Kareem. The common
Because
denominator
you
is
saying
Kareem.
that a point guard can't win a championship, but
Bro,
you like centers can't dribble down. Come on, man.
Centers can't
Point
win a
guard-
championship either. Shooting
It's a
guards
team
can,
effort.
and small forwards can.
Small
But-
forwards
You
and
said
shooting
who?
guards are the only ones that can dominate and win a championship.
You saying what?
You saying
That ain't
small
what I'm
forwards
saying.
and shooting guard are the only ones
That
that
ain't
can
what
win
I'm
a
saying.
championship.
What I'm
Okay.
telling you is, look, this is what I'm telling you is, a power forward gotta have a shooting guard or a point guard because they gotta get the ball.
I agree.
Bro.
I agree that.
You understand what
Yes.
I'm saying? A
But-
shooting guard don't gotta
but
have a
everything-
center or a point guard, bro. He gotta
But
have
Everything runs through the point.
players around him.
But
You understand what I'm saying?
but a
Granted, he
center
gotta have
can win
another
you a
player
championship though.
great around him, but he don't have a point. He don't have. If he got a great center, he can win a championship. If he got a great point guard, he can win a championship. If he got a great small forward, he can win a championship. A
Who?
center, if he got a great
But
power
just-
forward and bum ass guards, he ain't gonna win a championship.
But DK, see, let me tell you
Oh.
something. This is why I'm the champ of this show. You just said a minute ago that you can't win without a point guard. Now you just saying if you got a great point guard, you can
That ain't
win.
what I
DK, come
said.
on now, make it make sense. What
I
you
said
saying?
a point guard don't win championships. That's what I
But you
said.
just said a
don't-
great point guard can win a championship.
Isaiah Thomas, you know what I'm saying, proved, you know what I'm saying, he won the championship, Dwight.
Isaiah
You the
did not
drive
win
before.
that championship, bro. Defense won that championship. Beat niggas up won that championship, and that's real talk,
But who was the leader? Who was the best player?
huh?
Who was
At
the leader?
times-
Who was the best player?
The
It was
best player
different people
Isaiah
every
Thomas.
time, bro.
It was different people,
different
but it was
players.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah was the best player, bro.
It
Stop.
was not. Look, I swear to
It
you.
was Zeke.
Don't get me wrong. Zeke was the leader of that team, but
He was the best player.
Zeke was not the best player, clear best player every game. Mike
No,
was.
Well, ain't
Mac
nobody the clear
was-
best player on their team every game, Dwight.
What?
Hey,
I said, ain't nobody the clear best player every game. That's
Jordan
impossible.
always was.
with all due respect,
Clearly.
with all due respect to all you
no,
Chicago
no,
cats,
no,
there's
no,
only
no,
two
always
people.
is.
No, it
Hey,
wasn't. No,
there's
it
only
wasn't.
two people
No,
that
it
should be
wasn't.
talking about the Detroit Pistons, and that's me and that's Sean. You Chicago cats should not try to involve yourselves on the Pistons. Let's be real here. Come on now.
Hey, first off, Marlon,
Today,
you
boy,
should.
come on.
First off, you should be thanking, especially Dwight, because Dwight from where Isaiah from, the West Side. So we helped y'all out. We helped y'all out.
Sean,
Y'all should
Sean,
be
let me.
thanking
No. Sean, who was the best Piston on our championship team? Be real.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Thank you.
No kidding.
Isaiah was the best Piston.
He
Period.
was. Not
Joe
all the
Dumars
time,
was a
though.
close second, not all the time, but Isaiah was the one you game planned around. Period.
Right.
You didn't game
Yeah.
plan around everybody else.
No. You
You
game
didn't.
plan around. You game plan around a lot of people, a lot of other scores too. Because the truth is, you can shut Isaiah down, bro. And I'm talking about if he don't got no scores around him, you can shut him down. So don't say you just game plan for Isaiah, because if you slept on Joe Dumars, you sagged off Joe Dumars to trap Isaiah, that's a bucket. What is you
Man,
saying?
I can assure you that other teams did not. The first person on their list was shutting down Zeke. And
Yes,
you're right. Joe
I
Dumars
agree.
could ball off. Joe Dumars could go off. He could do whatever he needed to do. But you game planned. You start your game plan with one person. That was 11 when you played the Pistons, because you
That's
knew
true.
for a fact you had to stop him first. Period. Everybody
can
else
y'all-
just got off.
Can y'all do like a virtual arm raise of me? Because I was just looking at everybody's list, and my players appeared on most people's list on here more than anybody else.
Hey, Slide. Real
Hey.
talk, why do you always go last? So all you do is write down
I don't
what
give
we
a
say,
damn about
and then that's
what somebody
you do.
else
Go
said.
first next show. Go first next show.
Nah, I mean, Marlon.
This is why I'm the
I'm gonna
champ,
show
bro.
you something here.
This is why I'm
My
the champ, bro.
computer has been up this whole time. All my players been on this list the whole time. Matter of
That's
fact,
You had a nice
I was
list.
just looking at this John Stockton game. This dude had 20 points, 28 assists, and 8 steals.
That's ridiculous.
That's why he's on my list. That's why he's on my
That's
list.
ridiculous. Hey, don't get me wrong. The only why I ain't put John Stockton on my list is because
You should be ashamed of yourself.
look,
That
the
should be
man
the end of
don't
that
have a
sentence.
scoring title. He don't
Nope.
have a scoring title, and he don't have a championship. If he had a
All right.
championship, look, don't get me wrong. He
Zeke gave him numbers too.
and he played. Hold on, and he
Why
played
Carmelo hit him?
with a
That's why
top
Carmelo
3
elbowed him.
power forward of all time. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the only why.
You know you don't belong on the list when your power forward get mad because you getting your ass bust.
Stockton got to
Take
be
him off.
Stockton got to be in the top 5 though.
Stat
Sean,
wise, yeah.
Sean,
What?
due to how ridiculous your number 3 was,
You kiss my ass.
when
I
I
already
ended this
told you
video,
who won.
hey,
I
y'all ever
already
watch
told
that
you who
show?
won.
Y'all ever watch that show? What's the show? Max Kellerman used to host it. They used to put the X's on people's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Sean
Around
got.
around the horn.
Yeah, around the horn. Around the horn. As soon as Sean say his
Listen.
number 3, he getting the X.
Listen,
Ah.
Hey, Sean,
I
I'm
had to
with you,
change
bro.
my list
I got you.
around. I put Magic at number 1 through the popular demand.
Sure.
The person that won this shit was Rob.
Thank you.
And after that,
I always win.
Rob
And after
always
that-
being number 2.
then after that, it was a tie at second place with D Gage and Marlon,
Oh my
and then
goodness.
it was me,
Listen.
and then you can you
Fellas.
take your funky ass to
Hey.
the next room.
Hey, listen.
Fuck your list.
That's why when you read the comments from this show, all the people go with me because I'm the champ. But every player on my list was on Sly's list. So Sly sitting up here talking about he won.
Listen.
Where's these comments at? Where's
I'ma
these
tell you
comments
something,
at?
Marlon.
Everybody
We from the
on
same
your
place.
list, Marlon. Where's
You
this
read
at?
the comments?
One at a
Marlon,
time,
we
y'all.
from the
One at a
same-
time.
No, I ain't read the
You read the
comments now.
comments?
Marlon,
They
I
always
have.
say I'm the people's champ, baby. They
Marlon.
all say I'm the people's champ,
Marlon.
baby. That's why they vote for
Marlon.
me because I'm the best debater on this show. That's what I'm saying.
Marlon.
Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Sylvester, we gotta let Marlon cook right now because them street lights on in the back. You know when it get dark, his wife said, "That's it, perfect
Hey,
time,
Marlon.
night, baby."
Hey, you know they gonna love me. It's gonna be me.
Marlon,
Man.
Marlon.
They gonna be like, have
Listen.
Gage on the show.
As long as you claim Michigan, don't you ever say you and Sylvester got the same thing ever again. We don't agree with Sylvester.
No,
Ever.
Sylvester. Hey, you ever notice on this show, Sylvester always goes last because he taking everybody's list and trying to pick like what's the best one. He ain't got nothing original. He had the same people on my list.
Point. That's a good
He had
point.
the same people
That's
on
a
my
good
list.
point.
Go first the next show. So
Hold on.
you can
Good point.
Hold on.
Go first the next show.
Did I not let y'all know that y'all was gonna hate the fact that I had Steph Curry above Isaiah Thomas? Did I not say y'all was gonna hate me for that?
I got Steph
Man, I don't
Curry
pay
above
attention to you.
Isaiah Thomas.
I don't
That's
never
what I'm
pay
saying.
attention
What I'm
to you.
saying is, he's saying I took somebody's list. Yo, man,
You took
please.
me this list, dog. Why you go
Dude,
last all the
Do
time?
I have to
And
show
then
you my
gonna say you got the
computer
best
screen again? Do I have to show you
No.
my computer screen?
Well, you want me to show you my computer screen? Because I can pull up the same thing you got up. What you mean?
You gonna have to pull it up. Mine got Isaiah Thomas here, Oscar Robertson here, Magic here, Steph here. Don't disrespect me.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So does mine. Same thing.
I'm glad.
So once again, let me thank my co-host Billy Ocean, the always sometime Rob Brown, self-proclaimed champ Marlon Young,
You see it?
and the always disappearing stats. You know, for another episode of Now We Talking. We out.
We all
All right, I'll let y'all.
Something to rub. No need for pushing and shove.